Yes, you can lift a skid steer with a vehicle lift. Do I recommend it? Maybe, depending on how the bottom of your skid steer is. Yes, you can lift a skid steer with a vehicle lift. Do I recommend it? Maybe, depending on how the bottom of your skid steer is. However, I did need to lift mine up because the skid plate underneath was all gunked up, and anytime you'd wash it, everything would be stuck in there and all that water would stay in there. Needless to say, water and mud create rust. We don't want that. So that's what we did. We took it off. Well, we took it up and then we unplugged it. There's also a wrench stuck in there from the previous owner. I don't know if I'll be able to get it out, but I'm gonna try. I wasn't able to get it. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a wrench right back there. Looks like a 1/2 inch boxing wrench. It's wedged in there, I can't get it, but I'm sure whoever dropped it, when they saw where it landed, were probably not very happy. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy down. Get her off the locks. I know you guys are noticing a lot of changes around here, and some are, not all of them are, none of them are bad. None of them are because the other system didn't work. It's mainly because the other system wasn't as efficient. Prime example being the skid steer, right? The 5020 Allis Chalmers worked great. We didn't have any issues with it, except the fact that it's just a little bit too light. And what I mean by that is we couldn't scrape the floor. So like I literally came in here, put the bucket down and just pushed right away. I was able to push it with ease. I was able to push all the way down here with ease too. And then turn around and lift it right up without, without any issues. And it's a big deal for two reasons. One, the way this side of the barn is set up is actually how this whole barn is set up in the wintertime. So all the way down here to where these doors are is full of sheep and the manure that they create. Well, the little tractor, I couldn't push it. I couldn't push the piles of manure down here with it. And not a big deal. You know, you basically go about halfway where we were right there, and I'd start making a pile there, and then I'd come down here and I'd start bringing the pile down. And it just took longer. Wasn't anything wrong with it. Still worked just fine. Way better than using that, for instance. But we did see that there was somewhere we could improve. And we figured, hey, you know what? We'll put it for sale and just see if it sells. Well, it sold pretty quick. And we got every bit that we were ever expecting out of it. And anyways, we turned around and basically put that money right into buying that. So that's one thing that was not holding us back, but it just took longer than what we wanted. Well, this is the other thing. This gravity wagon works very well for holding all of our grain in here, especially through the winter. We can actually put about 5 tons in there, so it actually had room for us to grow. Right now we only buy 3 tons at a time, and 3 tons gets us all the way through winter, and usually about, well, it'll usually take us all the way through winter, through summer, and into early the following winter. So it'll last us about a year. Yes, I know we shouldn't keep grain that long because it will become stale. However, we've also noticed that the sheep didn't care and they still ate it. Now, what we're changing at this point is, and you've already seen it, the gravity wagon, or the bulk bin, or sorry, the bulk bin or the grain bin. So you've seen that bulk bin before, or grain bin, feed bin, whatever you want to call it. Everybody calls it a little something different, it seems. Well, we don't want to let it go to waste. We want to use it. However, that means that we won't use this gravity wagon anymore. Well, somebody bought it too. We posted it for sale and it sold the same day. They're coming to pick it up tomorrow. I need to get it out of here. I need to get the metal ready for the roof for tomorrow. We're planning on putting that on. So there's just a lot of changes going on. And like I said, none of them are bad. None of them are even expensive. We actually, the gravity wagon, we were able to sell it for more than we bought the grain bin for. The skid steer, we broke even on it pretty much. Like I said, none of it is bad stuff. It's convenience, and it's not costing us money to make the upgrade to have the convenience. So at that point, we're okay with it. It'd be a little different if we were spending a bunch of money to have convenience. You know, it wouldn't, I could justify it, but it's not what we want to do. We want to put money back into our equipment. We want to keep our equipment maintained, but we don't want to spend a bunch of money buying equipment right now, especially because we're growing our flock. There's a lot of different things that are too many variables for us to be like, yeah, you know, we should go buy a new skid steer. And that's the biggest reason we didn't buy a new skid steer. Nothing wrong with having a skid steer, nothing wrong with buying a new one. I can't justify the cost. So if I was gonna buy anything to upgrade, well, if I was gonna buy something that's gonna cost us money, it would actually be an 8000 series Allis Chalmers with front wheel assist. But that's future plans. We will get one, but not right now. gravity wagon's not gonna move itself, and I gotta get some stuff out from under it. So let's go check it out, see what we can figure out with it. Chrissy's taking it up there. Don't have to worry too much about it. Looks like she knows what she's doing anyway. We'll go ahead and shut this. We don't need to leave it open. So now that's out of here, you can see all the junk that we actually stored underneath of it. And then that was still behind it. This will give us a lot more space for storage for manure. Plus, next winter, this stuff isn't gonna be here either. We're gonna build it or use it to build a tree house for the kids. And then whatever's left actually will go in the lean-to, which won't be a whole lot. The gates will probably still be in here. Sawdust will still possibly be in here. So, I know, there's never enough space, it seems. Other than that, everything else that is gonna get done will probably be tomorrow. So, one of which is I'm gonna throw all of this manure in the spreader, and then we'll actually go spread it on the garden. We're not gonna spread it on the hayfield because the hayfield at this point, everything has been spread that needed to get covered. So we don't wanna double up anywhere to throw off our results.